Yeah, boy. Uh, Hold up. Yeah, boy. You see what it is? Your boy Stingray Cool back in the building. We talk about the man, top, not I can say, Kurt, Swerve, Strickland. There's soon to be AEW champion of the world. He might not win one of the major belts. We don't know, but he's hot, popping with Nana and his crew by his side. We talk about the boy Swerve, Strickland, Reed John 16, because God so loved the world. He gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Read Luke chapter 1 and also read Mark chapter 2. And before that, we're going with the intro. Yeah, boy. And they joined AEW too. As soon as I get it correct. There we go. Swerve Strickland, Stephen Strickland, was born September 30th, 1990, is an American professional wrestler and rapper currently signed by to All Elite Wrestling AEW, where he performs under the ring name Swerve Strickland and is a former AEW Tag Team Champion, along with Keith Lee, and is best known for the time with WWE, where he performed under the ring name Isaiah Swerve Scott, where he is a former one-time NXT North American Champion. As Shane Strickland, he is best known for his work in Maryland Championship Wrestling, aka MCW, Major League Wrestling, aka MLW. Oh, I remember that. Him and MLW. Evolve Wrestling and Combat Zone Wrestling, aka CZW, where he is a former MLW World Heavyweight Champion, Evolve Champion, CZW Champion. CZW World Heavyweight Champion. He also is known for his time in Lucha Underground, where he performed under the ring name Kill Shot. Oh yeah, I think he the one with the mask. I know he seemed familiar, especially with them dreads. As additionally, he is also a former two-time CZW Wired TV champion and PCW Ultra Heavyweight champion. Early life: Strickland was born in Tacoma, Washington. His father was a sergeant, first-class cook in the United States Army, or sergeant, first-class cook in the United States Army. His father moved the family to Frankfurt, Germany. When Strickland was 2 months old, to live on the American military base. Strickland spent the first 7 years of his life in Germany, following their stay there, and they moved. And then they moved to Mount Joy, Pennsylvania, where he attended the Angel High School at the School of where he excelled in sports, notably football, basketball, and track. After graduating, Strickland felt the need to follow his father's footsteps and enlisted in the United States Army Reserve to start his career. Strickland went down to South Carolina. To start basic training. From there, he went to Augusta, Georgia, from advanced individual training. Following that, he was stationed in York, Pennsylvania. Professional wrestling career, training in the early career 2008 2012. Shane Strickland decided to become a professional wrestler when he was 18 years old. 1 year in his military service, he was serving as a signal communication specialist, a position he went to own and held for 8 years. He began training in Ground Zero Wrestling Training Academy in August 2008, doing so while still active duty for the military. It did not take long for him to start getting bookings around the Maryland and Pennsylvania areas. He had military commitments in the city of York, Pennsylvania, which forced him to wrestle only in the general areas, independent scenes in the early years of his career. Strickland's first appearance was significant promotion was in September 2011 for the National Wrestling Alliance (NWA), where he lost to Phil Brown on March 3rd, 2012. He defeated Alex Payne in his debut for East Coast Wrestling Association, aka ECW, Combat Zone Wrestling. Strickland made his Combat Zone Wrestling CZW debut on February 4th, 2012 in a dark match. On March 10th, 2012, the Aerial Assault Strickland participated in the main events best of the best 11 qualifying assault. See, best qualifying aerial assault elimination match. Who won by Samurai Del Sol on November 10th, 2012 at Night of Infamy. 11 Strickland participated in CZW Wire TV Open Challenge, but was defeated by the champion AR Fox. In Best of the Best 12, Strickland participated in the Best of the Best tournament, but he was defeated in the first round by Alex Colon. On September 14th, 2012, at the Down with the Sickness Strickland Wire TV champion in the match, he was won by Colon. At the Cage of Death XV, Colon defeated Strickland in a title match on March 8th, 2014. At the high stakes, Strickland defeated the CZW World Champion Devon Moore to win the title for the first time. At the best, at X11, whatever that might be 13. I don't know Roman numerals like that. Outside of X, Strickland retained the title against Moore in a ladder match. Then Strickland started a feud with Joe Gacy. At Dojo Wars 6, Strickland lost the title against Gacy. However, Strickland regained the title 2 weeks later at Dojo Wars 7. In October 2014, Strickland participated in the World Triangle Tournament held by West Side Extreme Wrestling, WXW. Combat Zone Wrestling, one of my favorite wrestling companies, aka CZW, gives ruckus people like El Generico, my boy Cesaro, aka Claudio Castagnoli, who wrestled in WWE and now AEW. In Big Japan Pro Wrestling, Strickland ended up with 3 points on the block B. Finally, the Cage of Death XV1, Gacy defeated Strickland for the title after the legendary absence in which he wrestled for MXW. In Germany, Strickland made a one-time appearance in 2015 in a victory over David Starr. In 2016, Strickland had a acclaimed series of matches with Desmond Xavier. And in the 2017 Best of the Best tournament, he made it to the finals before losing to Dave Kreese. In July that same year, he then went to defeat Gacy, Leo Rush, and Davey Richards in the four-way to win CZW World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. He held on the title until November before losing to Gacy, who then immediately lost the title to Ricky Shane Page. Page then challenged both of the men to the Cage of Death match for the title, which Strickland was unsuccessfully at winning. Independent Circuit 2012-2019. Good. On May 5th, 2012, Strickland made his debut for Evolve Wrestling, where he teamed with Latin Dragon to defeat DMC and Nate Carter. On August 4th, 2018, Strickland defeated Matt Riddle to win the Evolve Championship at the Evolve 108. At the Evolve 114, he lost the championship at the NXT's Fabian Aichner. Ended the 3-month reign. Strickland wrestled NXT Cassius Ohno at Evolve 116 on November 10th, 2018 in a losing effort. After not appearing for 3 months, Strickland returned to Evolve 121 on February 15th, 2019. To face NXT's Adam Cole, he would be defeated by Cole, and following night he would defeat AR Fox. He faced JD Drake at about 421, a WWN championship in the match he lost. In 2016, Strickland made his debut in Germany for Westside Extreme Wrestling MXW, taking the point at 16 karat gold tournament, and later the World Tag Team League, which he won alongside David Starr. They beat many established teams such as Angelico and Jack Evans. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Master, the fourth Peter, the white boy break dancer. You know it's Jack Evans. I've been watching him since 2007 on Wrestling Society X. Rick Kempf, Timothy Thatcher, and Walter Mustache Mountain, LeBate and Trent Seven, and the leaders of the new school, Marty Scurll and Zack Sabre Jr. During the 2017's WrestleMania 33 three-way weekend, he wrestled 7 matches for 5 different promotions, including 4 on one day on August 25th, 2018. Strickland appeared at Triple Mania XXV1. That might be 17 or something, I don't know. Roman numerals. He and ACH appeared in the event to represent Major League Wrestling, MLW. Due to MLW and AAA partnership, they were in a 4-way match for AAW World Cruiserweight Championship of AAW. Shout out to Conan. I would never know about AEW if it was for Conan. No, Hoovy, Nowdom, Damien 666, or Damien 666, or Damien the 36. See who else wrestled there? Chessman, Bismarck Sr., all them. AEW World Championship, Cruiserweight Championship. Strickland would fail to capture the championship. On March 23rd, 2019, Strickland competed in the Crash Lucha Libre and Fatal 4-Way Crash Cruiserweight Championship. Strickland won the PCW Ultra Light Heavyweight Championship on March 26, 2018. 2 months later, in their next event, he defended against Douglas James with Ricky Steamboat as the referee. Shout out to the OG legend Ricky Steamboat, the master of the crossbody, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. As a guest referee, he finished the year in successful defense against Dragon Lee, Flip Gordon, Ray Horace, and Darby Allin, amongst others. On December 7th, 2018, Strickland defeated Pentagon Jr. Ooh, my boy Pentagon Jr. Been watching him since Lucha Libre. No, Lucha Underground. In PCW Ultra Heavyweight Championship, becoming the double champion as he's still holding a light heavyweight championship. He would vacate the light heavyweight championship shortly after and defended the Ultra Heavyweight Championship in A2K19 event on January 18th, 2019 against Brian Cage. Shout out to Brian Cage, another cool up-and-coming legend. The power, the speed, strength, and agility. Mr. Brian Cage. On March 29th, 2019, Strickland gave a farewell speech to Defy Wrestling event, indicating he would soon be signing with a major company. At Wrestle Summit 2019, he appeared at PCW Ultra roster member. At the event, he lost to PCW Ultra Heavyweight Champion Mil Muertes. Ooh, the Master of Death, the Master of Destruction, and the Master of Darkness, my boy, Mil Muertes. Following the Wrestle Summit, Strickland revealed on April 6th he will wrestle for Wrestling Revolver, Wrestling Cons, Pancakes, and Power Drivers event. In the match, he teamed with Joey Gacy and Eddie Kingston. Shout out to my boys, Joey Gacy and Eddie Kingston. To face off against OVE in what he was promoted as the last match of the independent circuit. And here we go. Lucha Underground. Strickland participated in El Rey Network professional wrestling television series Lucha Underground. Strickland became a central character for the Lucha Underground as one of the small groups of characters who appear in every season. His friend Richard being on the show led to him sending Conan some of his demo tapes in late 2014. This led to a tryout match with Willie Mack. Shout out to my boy Willie Mack, master of the stunner. He did with that chocolate revolver. He, like I could say, never let the host stay. And him later being signed by the company, he portrayed the character LT Jermaine Strickland, a military vet who carries a dog tag in honor and memories of his fallen comrades, and wrestled under a mask as Kill Shot. During the first season, he aligned with Big Rack and Willie Mack and participated in a tournament for the Elude Trios. You know, that 3. The deuce. But they were defeated in the finals by eventual winners Angelico, Son of Havoc, and Ivis. I like Angelico, Son of Havoc, and Ivis was cool, dude. You gotta watch some Lucha Underground. That joint was good. Following the first season, Strickland asked head writer Chris DeJosephus if he could write some background and story for his character, and led to him having more military elements. In season 2, had feud with Marty Martinez. After Marty stole his dog tags after a match between them ended in a no contest, their feud ended up in a weapon of mass destruction match where Killshot defeated Martinez. After the match, Killshot started a storyline where he received a letter from A.R. Fox, a former brother in arms who Killshot left for dead in battle. They faced each other in Ultimate Lucha Chess Part 1 in the Hell of War match. With Killshot won, ESPN called it one of the most brutal contests ever to be televised in professional wrestling. 2 weeks later, the Mac reunited with Killshot and Fox and won the Trios Championship during season 4. Killshot had a feud with Son of Havoc, which culminated an Ultima Lucha Cadra in a Mask vs. Mask match. After losing the match, Killshot surrendered his mask to Son of Havoc and revealed his identity as Jermaine Strickland. As he was leaving the temple, he apologized to Dante Fox and asked to be relieved of duty. Being granted permission, Killshot exited Lucha Underground. Major League Wrestling 2017 to 2019. On October 5th of 2017, Strickland debuted in the main event of Major League Wrestling 2017 Rebirth Show one shot by defeating Ratchet. On April 12, 2018, Strickland defeated Matt Riddle at one of MLW's first major shows to win the 8-man tournament and vacant MLW World Heavyweight Championship. He lost the title to wrestler Low Ki. Oh yeah, aka Caval, aka Shinsi. After Strickland had a few successful defenses with his reign lasting 91 days, following that he feuded with Sami Callihan and ended a street fight won by Strickland. They also participated in the War Games match in September 2018, where Callihan attacked Strickland during his entrance, removing him from the match. This was reportedly done to write them off television if contract negotiations changed. On episode 32 of MLW's weekly program, here we go. MLW Fusion, Strickland faced Low Ki in a rematch for the here we go. What a heavyweight title. Man, that's a lot of reading, but here we go. We ain't complaining. I'm gonna read this sucker out. However, after the distraction, Ki ripped out some of Strickland's hair and rolled him up for the win. After the match, Strickland grabbed the microphone and began to shoot towards MLW management, turning heel in the process. He mentions on the court Bayer and blames management for his bad luck as a late. He ends the promo with, "As of right now, I'm terminating my contract, and I am." And his microphone gets cut off. Strickland proceeded to throw trash at the MLW employees and were confronting him. He flips off one of them and hops the rail into the audience and leaves. And following this up with 2 weeks later on Fusion, with a scene of Strickland court Bayer arguing with behind his closed office door. After this, it was stated he was contractually obligated to appear at the December 13, 2018 MLW event. Never say never. At the event, he was defeated by CMLL Luchador Rush. This match aired on MLW Fusion on January 18, 2019. Strickland opened the show with a heel promo disregarding the fans and the city until he was interrupted by Rush. This would be Strickland's last regular appearance on MLW on January 15, 2019. Strickland stated on Twitter he was now a free agent. Strickland will return to MLW until March 31st, 2022. Intimidation Games, event appearing mystery opponent for Myron Reed's MLW World Middleweight Championship in a losing effort and aligning himself with Azteca Underground and Cesar Duran, formerly Dario Couto and Lucha Underground. WWE in 2019, WWE 2019 to 2021. On April 17, 2019, it was announced that he signed a contract with WWE and began working in the Performance Center, and his ring name was changed to Isaiah Swerve Scott. He wrestled his debut match against Cameron Grimes in a dark match. It took place before the May 1st NXT television taping. In June, it was announced that Scott will complete his tournament name NXT Breakout Tournament, where he made his debut on July 3rd episode of NXT, losing to Cameron Grimes. Yeah, I like Grimes better. It sounds sadistic. In the first round of the tournament on July 23rd, episode of 205 Live, he debuted on the brand by losing the Cruiserweight champion Drew Gulak on Worldwide Collide. At Worlds Collide, I should say. On July 25th, 2020, Scott challenged for the Cruiserweight Championship in a fatal four-way match against Travis Banks, Jordan Devlin, and then champion Angel Garcia, and was unsuccessful. On April 12th, Scott was announced as a participant in the tournament determined the Ingram NXT Cruiserweight Champion representing Group B in the tournament, where he was defeated by Akira Tozawa and gentleman Jack Gallagher, but was able to defeat El Hijo de Fantasma, who had also worked in the Lucha Underground under the name King Corino. Leaving with him and winning the tournament, thus failing the advance in the finals, Scott and began feuding with Cruiserweight champion Santos Escobar, El Hijo, and Del Fantasma. New ring name after Scott claimed to be the only one who pinned Escobar on the August 26th episode of NXT. Scott challenged Escobar for the title, but lost. Escobar hit him with a loaded mask on the September 1st episode of NXT Super Tuesday. Scott and Breezango, Taylor Breeze, and Fandango defeated Legado de Fantasma in six-man street fight. After Scott once again pinned Escobar, thus earning Scott a title shot at NXT TakeOver 31 at the end of the event. He lost to Escobar. Scott then entered the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic tournament, where he was paired with Jake Atlas, but then two eliminated from the tournament. Eventual winner MSK and Nas Carter and Wes Lee, following the match, and argue with one another on the February 17th, 2021 episode. NXT Scott attacked Leon Ruff after losing the match to him, turning heel in the process. At NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver, Scott would participate in a six-way match where he eliminated Ruff and Cameron Grimes, but would be last person eliminated in the match by Bronson Reed. On the May 4th episode of NXT, Scott defeated Ruff in the Falls Count Anywhere match, with AJ Francis interfering on Scott's behalf. The following week, Scott was joined by Francis, who was now called Top Dollar, Quixote Miles, now called Ashanti de Adonis, and Brianna Brandy, now B-Fab. B negative mark Fab, B/Fab, however you want to say it. Forming the stable Hit Row, On the June 2029 episode on NXT, Scott defeated Bronson Reed to win the NXT North American Championship, his first title in his WWE career. As a part of the 2021 draft, Scott, along with the rest of Hit Row, were drafted to SmackDown brand. On October 12th episode of NXT, he defeated Santos Escobar to retain his NXT North American champion, only to lose to Carmelo Hayes. Shout out to Carmelo Hayes, a soon-to-be up-and-coming champion, soon-to-be up-and-coming legend, and a soon-to-be up-and-coming icon. And in his 105-day reign, on November 4th, B-Fab was released from WWE contract, shortening the group to November 18th. Scott was released from his WWE contract along with Adonis and Dollar. Returned to the independent circuit 2022 to present. On February 17th, Strickland made a surprise return to Defy Wrestling, confronting Darby Allin and Nick Wayne. Shout out to Darby Allin and Nick Wayne. I like them, especially Darby Allin. At Defy for Fight Wave, Strickland captured the Defy World Championship wrestling for the third time in a ladder match at Defy Reels. All right, here we go. The real Strickland lost the title to Nick Wayne. Dun dun dun. And here's the company he's at now. All Elite Wrestling, 2022 to present. After departing from WWE, Strickland now using the name Swerve Strickland. Swerve, when I got the paper. You know the rest. Gotta listen to his intro. He also a rapper on the side. Signed with All Elite Wrestling on March 6, 2022 at the Revolution pay-per-view event. He made his in-ring debut for AEW on March 11th episode of AEW Rampage, scoring a pinfall victory over Tony Nese. The following week, Strickland aligned himself with Keith Lee in a feud with Team Taz, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Ricky Starks. Shout out to them. I like Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. I like Keith Lee too. I like how he carrying that momentum from WWE to AEW. Strickland and Lee would then begin to tag team and dubbing themselves Swerve and Now Glory. A Dynamite Fighter Fest November 1st. On July 13th, Swerve and Our Glory defeated defending champions, the Young Bucks, after the Young Bucks love them, and Team Taz in a triple or nothing match to win AEW Tag Team Championship. They had successful title defense against the likes of Lucha Brothers, shout out to them, the Gun Club, Colton and Octagon, that's Billy Gunn's kids, Scissors Me, if they used to say suck it. They would then enter a 3-match series in the acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens defeat them at All Out, losing the belts, them rematch to Dynamite Grand Slam, and losing them once more to Full Gear after Strickland slapped Lee when he refused to use pliers as a weapon, caused Lee to walk out on the match. Following the month in the final battle, Strickland followed suit, walking out, and Lee after sequences of friendly attacks between the two, caused Lee to nearly defeat Shane Taylor, promos Shane Taylor and JD Gifford in the 2-on-1 handicap situation. Hold up. And on December 21st, the Disney Dynamite Stable Magoo at Feelings Parker by Docs. And Goldens and this affects the rapper Rick Ross. In the music career, he's a Strickland member. In Swerve City, 2 daughters, a former NFL player's personal life, Isaiah Swerve. And we out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And that's Swerve Strickland. What up, Auntie? What up, everybody? I got this out the way before work, and I got some more shows tonight. We got to kill it all week, and thank y'all for the 408 subscribers. And we out here. Peace. Oh yeah, I got some more shows tonight too, man. I'm stacked up on some more hip hop history for y'all. We're gonna take it to the underground.